helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Thanks for joining us on Moms Every Day. I'm Katie Wilson. Today we have Dr. Rebecca Bashir. She is an audiologist at Ascent Audiology and Hearing, so thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so we've had you on before and we've talked about some of the hearing services that you provide, the tri-state. Yes. But let's talk about some of these other services. I know you brought some props with you today.
Yes. So we not only provide hearing health care for those with hearing loss, but we also provide custom products for individuals, say, that may swim a lot, so custom swim plugs, musicians in a band, so custom musician plugs.
Yeah.
Also, custom hunting plugs or hearing protection for those who may work in a noisy environment.
Okay.
So this time of season, the fall, would be the time we're looking more into those custom plugs for hunters who want to be able to still hear sounds out in nature while they're hunting, but protect their ears at the same time.
Sure.
So I brought a few of the custom products here. You can get them in bright colors or you can get them in clear, but these are custom to the patient's ears. So I would just take impressions of their ears in my office. We would place an order for what they want, and we get them in pretty quickly for them.
Awesome. So it's kind of like our earpieces that we get so we can hear stuff.
Exactly.
But slightly different, that protects your hearing, which is great. How important is it to protect your hearing?
It's extremely important. You know, unfortunately, a lot of the younger generation might not realize when they're listening to their music through the earbuds, they're kind of listening to it at a very loud level that could potentially damage their ears down the road. So it's important, even at a young age, to start protecting the ears. And starting with custom plugs, you can get tiny ones. You don't have to get anything real big, just something that they're going to protect, you know, that hearing that they have at a young age, so when they get older, they won't have as many issues.
Sure. And I heard that you mentioned, you know, even for swimmers that you have these earpieces.
Yes.
Why is that important?
So say you're prone to ear infections. So some people are prone to middle ear infections, swimmer's ear. These custom products will prevent that water, say from a lake that might be dirty, from getting in there and causing that infection.
Okay.
Also, children that have tubes, the custom plugs prevent that water from going through that tube into the middle ear.
Interesting.
So,
okay, so let's just take a step back. I know that you are an audiologist.
Yes.
What's the difference between an audiologist and, let's say, a hearing aid specialist?
Yes, so the biggest difference between an audiologist, which is what I am, and that hearing aid specialist is an audiologist has that advanced educational background in hearing healthcare. So as a doctor of audiology, I have that background where I can diagnose hearing loss, and then I go on to treat hearing loss as well as other disorders such as tinnitus or ringing and buzzing in the ears.
Okay, well, you said
tinnitus or tinnitus. Both ways are proper.
Tinnitus. Okay, so let's talk about that. What is that?
Yes. So you know, many people may experience this at some point in their lives, and that is a ringing or buzzing in the ear. It can be there all the time, or it can come and go. It can be different loudness levels. Now, there is no cure for tinnitus, but there's ways that we can alleviate that in the office. So say an individual has hearing loss. When I program devices to their hearing loss, a lot of times that can help alleviate that tinnitus.
Wonderful.
We also have maskers that we can provide to help as well if a person doesn't have hearing loss.
Okay.
No.
Do you see that in more of the older generations, or is this really something that it affects all age groups?
It affects all ages. So you don't have to have, like I said, have a hearing loss to experience it. It could be someone that worked in a noisy environment and had that noise exposure, and maybe they don't have the hearing loss just yet, but they're just getting that start of that ringing, buzzing sound in their ears. So it can happen to anyone.
Okay. So how often should we get our hearing checked?
So anyone over the age of 55 should start out with a baseline hearing test. It's kind of like a physical or going for an eye exam. You typically want to do that every year. Now, once we get that baseline, that will allow us to determine how often we'll recommend future hearing evaluations.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So just remind us, where are you guys located?
I'm at 906 6th Avenue, so it's the corner of 6th Avenue and 9th Street, right across from the Railway Employee Credit Union here in Huntington.
Perfect. And so your number is on our screen. Is that the best way for someone to make an appointment if they need to get their hearing checked? checked?
Yep, they can definitely reach out to us. We are there from Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, so please reach out if you have any issues.
All right. Well, doctor, thank you so much for being on here. I enjoyed hearing about these different earpieces people can get. Have a great day, guys.